See, honestly, I'm not sure what all the talk about being chosen is because being chosen is not something that you want to brag about, that you can smile about, that you can get on YouTube, make videos, get subscribers and likes and shares for. That's not, what being chosen is. Being chosen comes with a lot of backlash, a lot of judgment. People will judge you. They'll watch you everywhere you go. They'll mock you. They'll ridicule you. Um, you don't ask to be chosen, or you don't self-appoint yourself to be chosen because you believe that being chosen is something that's um, glorious or that comes along with being glorified. That's not what chosen means. So to be chosen, but choose not to um, be chosen or do the work of the chosen, and you have the qualities, you become fallen. You become a fallen one. You become a fallen one when you have chosen qualities, but choose to use those qualities for financial gain or for um, to deal with self gratification or for people to glorify you. That's how you become a fallen one. Chosen ones we have, or I don't even consider myself a chosen one. I let the world or people, when they see me, yo, you, what is it about you? Who are you? I let them, you know, tell me all that. So I would never go around and say that I'm this or I'm that. I know that, you come from the stars, the moon, the sun, and the planet. With all that connection, how it all correlates with each other and how it correlates with God. None of this stuff just exists because it exists. You are chosen because look at you. Look at animals. Look at everything else on this planet. I call myself Yoshi, Tokimasa, because that's what I was chosen to be called. This is what God came to me and said, yo, change your name to this. And without, rejecting or, fighting, I changed my name to Yoshi-iye Tokimasa. So that's what set me apart from a lot of people at that time without me understanding what that means. But what Yoshi means is righteous. It means good. It means virtuous. It means respectable. So these are qualities that God wanted me to know that I have within me. So you have to live up to what it is that God gave you. So this was the name that was given to me by God. Before that, I would call myself, my own self, Anubis Abu Musa, Prince Kedo Sundi Yada Hirim of Egypt. People would say, hey, what does that? Just call me Egypt. And this was years ago. I'm talking about when I was like 20 something. I'm in my 40s now. I don't even know because I stopped counting, but I'm in my 40s. But I was playing this game. It was called War Gods. And I gravitated to one of the characters, Anubis. So I called myself Anubis. And then this was even before you knew anything about the Egypt culture and stuff like that. So, or ancient Kemet or anything like that. But that was a name that I was associated with. So if I wanted to, change my name legally to something, you would think that it would be Anubis Abu Musa, Prince Kedo Sundi Yada Hiram of Egypt. But God laid on me, change your name to Yoshi. And I changed my name to Yoshi. And to this day, now you have an understanding of why your name is Yoshi, because it means to be righteous. And people have a misinterpretation of what it means to be righteous. Righteous means to be able to correct yourself and correct anything around you that is out of place, that is wrong. You have the ability within yourself to rectify that, to make that right, you know. So if you smoke cigarettes, you have it within you to stop at will, as opposed to allowing the cigarettes to continue to destroy you and continue to take you off course, or continue to, or let any kind of drug, anything, whether it's weed, whether it's alcohol, whether it's heroin, whether it's crack, whatever it is, you have it within you to say, hey, let me stop this. Nobody can force you to do something that is not within you. That's not righteous. That's being fearful and um, being controlled. You have self-control. That's part of being righteous. And once you know that you have that self-control and you choose not to be um, a person that rectifies things within them, then you can't have that title. You can't say that you're righteous. But we all have the ability to self-rectify, and that's where righteousness comes from. So being chosen doesn't mean that people are going to like you, or people is going to love you. People are going to dislike you because they're going to see those qualities in you, and because they don't have them and they wish to have them, or they might say that they have them but do not really have them, they'll hold things against you that they really hold against themselves. So being chosen is not something that you could just get online and I'm chosen, I'm chosen. No, you have a certain attitude towards life where you feel responsible for a lot of things going on, whether you can do something about them or not. You feel some sort of burden on you, not no celebration on you for being it. You feel burdened for being that way. So I'm not sure what all the talk or what's going on with everybody saying this and that, because me, I'm a reclusive person. And for me to pick up a phone or a camera and record something and share it to the world, that is, something that I'm not really about, because I do not like to be in the spotlight. I'm Virgo, by nature. I was conceived on December 25th, and I was born a Virgo. So that's the reason why I call myself the son of the true and living God, because I know where I come from. I come from God. We come from God. This is what makes you chosen. Once you know that you come from God and you have a responsibility to uphold what it is that God established here on this planet for us, whether it's building or whether it's nurturing, whether it's being a better person to the next person, whether it's shedding love or whether it's shedding light. This is what you have within you, as God had prescribed to us. Some people are against that. And if people are against that, they'll stage people that are not chosen as chosen ones to overshadow real chosen ones. See, I know what being shadow banned is. I don't, I make comments, and on where I make comments at, they are there, but you can't see them. So these things only indicate that there's a battle going on. And that battle is for, the mind and the soul, especially of the chosen. They have people to throw you off course, or to try to make you seem something like a bad person, or a disgruntled person. But the story of Christ is the story of chosen one. Most chosen ones have Christ-like qualities and characteristics. They're not easy. They're not soft-spoken. They're not all the time. They're kind. They have the quality of kindness, as opposed to being envious, or I want that, or I'm gonna go get this new car, or I'm gonna go get these new Jordans. We'll grow up out of that. But because the people see you where you go, and you are always in the spotlight, sometimes you'll want certain things that is appealing to the eye. But as a chosen one, you don't need none of that. Or as a chosen person, as being chosen, you don't need that. I don't say chosen ones because I have yet to meet or encounter anybody or anything like me on this planet. I haven't. Like the people that I watch on YouTube, I subscribe to them, follow them because the information that they have is pertinent to me. And as somebody that subscribes to them and they see me in their comments, if they was really chosen or if they was really a star seed, they would follow back. They don't have it within them. They don't have that type of humility to follow back, to comment on your post, to never see nobody that I follow that say that they're chosen in my comments like, yo, great video, bruh. Yo, righteous, yo, I like that. And that's, like I said, my name is Yoshi. That's the reason why when I show up on your post and I say righteous, that's what that means. Like, righteous. Like, yeah, good. I like that. I like that. So now you know why I say righteous, because that's my name, Yoshi. It means righteous. So God chose that name for me, and I choose to embrace that name. So if you're chosen, if you call or consider yourself a chosen one, you got a lot of work to do, and it far surpasses being on YouTube. It's in your circle. You have to be that at your workplace. You have to be like, I work in the refrigerator. I'm showing people that, yo, the cold don't get to you while they're in there shivering. I'm in there cheerful. I'm in there cheerfully working. The cold don't bother me because I've learned to adjust to it, because I've learned to not get cold. It all comes from the heart. I let them know this. This ain't something that I keep secret. Like, yo, I'm warm, they're not. No, it comes from your heart, bro. You ever heard warm heart, cold hands? No, it means if you got cold hands, warm the heart. Warm the heart warms the whole body. So I go and I give information to people that might not know that information that I'm around. This indicates that you're trying to help people. You're trying to help them not be disgruntled, not deal with certain things that they don't have to deal with, especially hate. You don't allow a person or people to say they hate this or hate that, because that builds up a certain tolerance, and that tolerance would put a limit on you. I hate this or I can't stand that. Then you have a certain limit that you'll go to before you'll break. Me, I cannot be broken, because, like I said, once you know that you come from God, there's nothing that can bother you. But some people forget that. Some people forget that they're children of God and they act otherwise. But I know that I'm a son of God. I know that I am a child of God. I'm a child of life. And that life here, as long as there's life here, I am here, because that's what I am connected to. I am connected to life, whether it's in this form or that form, whether it's in the animal form, whether it's in the plant form. I am connected to that life. And that's why you're chosen to know these things. If you do not know this, then those that are around you that do know that, it is their duty or their obligation to make that knowledge born to you. And if they don't, then they choose not to be chosen if they know that. So being chosen is not what it's all cracked up to be. You have a huge responsibility. It's not about having a huge following, a huge fan base, a huge like base, a huge share base, a huge subscriber base. It's about having a huge heart. And that heart is about being, peace, all right? And that heart is all about being right and right within yourself. You can't let nobody determine your righteousness. You know, like some people, they'll tell you, you have to get baptized, or you first and foremost, you have to be religious to get baptized. I'm not getting baptized. I went to the church when I came from prison. I did 10 years in prison. I went try to get into the church. When I went to the church, they was talking about money. I was trying to be a member of a church, and the church brought me into the office and started asking me about money. Oh, no, I'm not messing with none of that. I've been through every religion, and every religion I was in, God was always with me. So it's not like, oh, you're a Muslim now, I'm leaving. No, I fell on my face before as a Muslim, and God instantaneously answered my prayers. I prayed as a Christian before, and God instantaneously answered my prayers. I've been a Jew before, and I've always been under this protection. So it's not restricted to a religion. It's restricted to your heart and your soul to know and understand what God is and where God is and who God is. So, yes, I am a son of God. And there's many sons of God. There's many daughters of God. There's not just one. It's not just one. No one can claim to just be coming from God when we all come from God. And that's what makes you chosen, to choose to come from God when the world chooses to not come from God or say God is this or God is that. Whatever we call God, then that's just what we believe or perceive God to be. And that's the only way that I can put that, because people would try to mislead you or try to, glorify themselves as being chosen. And, that's their prerogative, but I would never do that because that creates envy and that's not kind. I'm chosen, you're not. That's not kind. That's not kind. We deal with kindness. We deal with the seven virtues, or we deal with virtues, period. And that's in Ma'at, that's in Christianity, that's in Islam, that's in anything that you can look at. We deal with kindness, we deal with virtues as opposed to sin. And if you don't know what that is, you can go and check out the difference between what a virtue is and the sin. And like I said, my name is Yoshi, and inside of the name Yoshi, that word I knew it before, not virtuous. That means to be full of virtue. Virtues are against or opposes sin. So I have more control over sin because of the virtues that I have. This is what sets me apart from people who do not know how to control certain things, who might deal with greed as opposed to temperance, who might deal with envy as opposed to kindness, who might deal with lust as opposed to chaste. So these things I have, which makes me powerful. Like me, I'm the most powerful person that I know. I know a lot of people. I know gangs. I know militaries. I know organizations. I know fraternities. But me, I'm the most powerful person that I know on this planet because I know my connection to God. That's what sets me apart and makes me chosen.